Before the advent of the internet or computers, we wrote letters by hand and waited eagerly for the postman to deliver one. Those were the days of epic television drama serials like Bunyod and programs like Chaitraya, when television meant just one national channel and when video cassettes recorders were still in vogue. Looking back, I am surprised. Given how conservative, strict and Indian my parents were, they actually allowed me to write letters to a boy, considering the fact that I was not permitted to invite boys home or to visit any boy's house, even if I was with a group of girls. When my gang, consisting of 4 boys and 3 girls, were going out for a movie and for ice creams later, after my class 12 board exams, I was the only one not permitted to go. Perhaps they let me write letters as no one would see them, whereas going out for a movie or ice creams meant that people would see and they would talk. The first feeling I had when I entered the college gates was that of breathlessness. I had hurried to make it in time for the first day at college. I could not believe that my school days were actually over and I was officially a college student. No more school uniforms. No more strict rules. No more being treated as a kid. I would be 18 on my next birthday and officially an adult. I felt excited as legally it meant I was eligible to marry and vote. The flip side immediately struck me too. I would no longer be a juvenile and could be arrested too, of course. At that time I had no idea how dangerously close I'd come to it. It was an exhilarating feeling, like a caterpillar emerging out of a cocoon. I could hardly wait. It would take at least 20 pages of writing to describe my college to Vaibhav. The buildings were smart, modern and pristinely clean. There was a solitary tree in the middle of the courtyard, standing proudly, on which hung a bell. A circular platform went around the tree and some students were sitting on it, some standing, and all chattering excitedly. The bell would be rung throughout the day to indicate the end of a period. The campus area was about 5 acres and the building had expanded vertically. There were 3 wings, the old, the new and the hostels. The old wing had spellbinding architecture and I gazed at its beautiful arches. This wing also housed the very large, well-equipped library spread over 3 floors, the administrative offices and the principal's office, apart from the various counters for collecting forms, paying fees and other things associated with an academic institution. 4 spotless wooden showcases with crystal-clear glass proudly displayed the gleaming, glittering trophies that Agnites had won over the past 80 years. The trophies spilled over to 2 deep brown rosewood antique tables too. It instilled in me a kind of awe and respect, something similar to what one feels when one enters a building that belongs to the armed forces in the country. It was a very positive and vibrant feeling. I could even see my reflection in the polished wood. The auditorium was large and easily accommodated all the students. The stage was done up with elan and there was the college logo, a huge crest which proclaimed the motto of the college with pride. The audio system, the speakers and the whole setup was very impressive. So was the principal of the college, a nun named Sister Evangeline, who welcomed us in perfect English, telling us about the college, its history, its achievement, its vision, its aim and the high standards expected of each Agnite. I began to feel pride slowly stirring in me. Never in my life had I seen so many women or girls in one place. Throughout my life I had studied in co-educational schools where men were a part of my world. Suddenly being thrust into an atmosphere without any, had taken me completely by surprise. Everywhere I turned, looked or went it was women, women and more women. The college must have had at least 3,000 students and it seemed as if almost all of them had turned up at the college auditorium for the welcome and induction at the start of the new academic year. I remember staring in wonder and thinking that it meant 6,000 breasts and 3,000 vaginas were in the auditorium. I smiled to myself at my wicked thought. I looked forward eagerly to the classes that would begin soon.